All right, we're gonna just take a look at the basic melody of Gary Moore's Still Got the Blues. And the reason why is because this melody is like real popular with guitar players. It's a fun little jam. So we're just gonna look at this melody, and I'm sending this one out to one of my students, David Ravens, who me and him fell in love with the song at the same time. So, so here we go. We're gonna look at the basic melody. It goes like this. All right, so let's go ahead and look at that. We're gonna take off on our A note. We're gonna be using our first finger on fret 14. And then our next note we're gonna play is the second string on fret 15. And then we're gonna go up to the second string, fret 17, and bend it. And it's gonna sound like this. Then you play the note. Now watch. Oh, sorry. And you get a little bend. Once again. Okay, and the next part of the melody, you're gonna shift your hand, so your first finger is gonna be on fret 11, and finger 3 will be going on, first finger will be on fret 13, third finger will be on fret 15, and it goes like this. Okay, so let's look at those two parts. Okay, now we're gonna shift our first finger down to fret 10, and we're gonna go. Okay, so that's second string. We've got 10, 12, and 13. We're gonna go, and once again, bend. And that melody will stop on fret 12, and then we go to our fret 14, third string. So that was fret 14, third string. And then we go to second string, fret 12, and then we go to fret 13. So once again, here's the whole thing. All right, and then he starts embellishing on it, and so I'm gonna show you on the studio album, on the second passage, he does this. Okay, and how he does that, he takes off the same way as we did on the first time around. You bend it, okay, but then you bend it again, and then you put your little finger on the first string, fret 17, so you go. So once again, watch. Okay, and then he slides it again. But now when he slides again, this time he takes off like he did on the first riff of the second section. This time he takes off from the third string, where before he just utilized the second string, and he goes like this. Okay, so he takes off from this string here, which is fret 14, and he goes here, fret 13. And then he slides back to, slides down in pitch to fret 10, like we did before. And he goes like this, he does. So he bends, so he, sorry. And he does that by, he takes this note, and he just goes right into the bend. Okay, and then he finishes off by playing a riff up here. Okay, and that's done by the, it's just a typical blues pattern in your A on your 17th fret here. So we're just utilizing these notes. And so the first one he bends is this one. And then he just, so the first one he bends is the first string. And then he finishes the riff by bending the third string. And you can embellish however you want. Okay, so let's look at that whole thing. And so there's the main riff. And so the reason why I'm just showing you these main riffs is because people like to run these chords I'm going to show you and just kind of play along with that. And there's a lot of little jams that you can do along with that. So let's take a look at those chords. Okay, the first chord, there's pickup notes. The pickup notes are this. And so when it goes do 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 boom, and that's when one, so do 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 one, and that's when the one comes in. So when I jam this with people, they take off on the melody do do boom, and then you hit the first chord, which is a D minor. All right, so here's the D minor chord, and it's just a typical D minor chord. The second chord he hits is a G chord. Okay, so they go boo doo 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 doo. He hits this, and then he goes doo 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 doo. It's a C major 7 chord. This is an easy chord to achieve. It's just like a C chord, and you just get rid of the first finger. Piece of cake. Okay. Now the next chord, a little more difficult. It's a F major 7, and what we're going to do is we're going to formulate an A minor chord, but with just these fingers, so we could use this finger to root our F note here. Okay, but as you root this F note, you block string number 5, so you don't hear it. You're going to play 5 strings. See, so that's the chord. But once again, one note is being muted, and we're just kind of going over that. Okay, and then so here's our chord so far. So we had D minor, and C major. F major 7, and now we have a B minor 7 shaped kind of chord. This is a kind of a bit of a weird chord. We're going to go ahead and put our first finger on our B note there on string 5, 2nd fret. We have our 5th string is open. Get that D note open there. 4th string. Pardon me, 4 strings open. 5th fret is fretted here. 4 strings open. String 3 is fretted at 2. And we got our pinky on the 2nd string at fret 3, and 1st string's open. Sounds like this. Kind of cool, bluesy sounding chord. And then the next chord is E. And then he ends on the A. But he holds the A for double the amount of time, and I'll show you right now. So here's how that whole chord progression goes. And there it is, the chords and main melody to Gary Moore's Still Got the Blues. Hope you all are out there practicing. Have a great day.